What's up, everybody? Treasure Hog back again with another weekly update of auction items that will be hitting my store and going live tonight, Saturday, March 20th. At Treasure Hog's Coins and Currency on eBay. For those of you that are new, my name is Treasure Hog. Thanks for being here. I basically am an avid coin collector, and what I've done is set up an eBay shop and this channel here to create videos helping showcase the things that I will be putting in the eBay shop. But I essentially just go out looking for treasures, looking for all sorts of things, anything numismatic, even bills and things like that. Try to find good deals on them so that I can relist them, and all I care to do is just break even. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money off you guys. I just want to redistribute all this good stuff from the pawn shops and the antique shops and old collectors of the world onto the rest of us. So I've got a few new items here. I've got quite a few that I'll run through at the end that have already been listed before, but for those of you that are new, you'll get a chance to see it. But for those of you that have seen these before, they'll look familiar. You can just skip past it or whatever. If you didn't notice in the last video, I did timestamp everything in the description below, so that way you don't have to listen to me talking about other stuff that you don't care about. Just skip right ahead. So we'll go ahead and get started with these few new items, and then I'll run through pretty quick the old stuff as well. All right, guys? So the first thing up I thought was kind of cool. I was inspired by Paul Spare Time, that was able to get the Morgan dollars that were the currency of the zombie apocalypse. So they're called ZOMBUCKS. But this is a 1 ounce copper round, and it's the MERK dime, and you'll see it's spelled M-U-R-K and then actually DIEM. So like a murky day. So you take the old Mercury bust and make it all zombified. So you can see it's 2 ZOMBUCKS. So that is just a 1 ounce copper round. I just thought it was pretty cool. So I got one. I know I've got a lot of MERK dime fans out there, so I thought that would be kind of neat. I'm just going to be listing that at $10. It's all I can do to break even on it. So if anybody's interested in that, it'll be $10 starting bid. Next up, this is a 1975 EISENHOWER $8. So it's the lost year, and what they did was, they did this with a lot of them. They took, 1976 was the year of the bicentennial, 76 to 96. Well, they had 1975 proof sets that had the same type 1 and with the bicentennial reverse that were stamped in that year. So they call it the lost year because it wasn't really in 76 it was minted. It was actually in 75 because it was broken directly out of a 75 proof set. So this one was graded by PCGS. If you saw, as a clad type 1. It's a DCAM 68 proof 68 DCAM, which is pretty good high grade. So with it just being a PCGS label in that proof 68, I believe, let's see, it's listed at around $20. I'm gonna have it starting bid at 15. So $15, not silver. It is a clad type 1, but high grade for a proof. So $15 on that for all you Ike lovers. I've got a 1999 silver proof set here. I'm not even going to break it out because I've had several of these and they've sold well, so I've got some more. This is about $110 value. I'm listing them at $60. So if you missed out on it or wanted to get it but couldn't get it, and now you got stimulated from the government, here's your 1999 silver proof set. This next one is really cool, and I hate getting rid of this, but I'm doing it. So this is called America's first silver dollar. You can tell it's an old commemorative type thing. It was this old mail company. What was it? The Postal Commemorative Society. So it's got some wear and damage on it, obviously. Back is nothing. It's a cheap fake leather bound. But what's inside is, so I was at the pawn shop, or I was at the antique shop, I guess, and saw it just in the cabinet like this. So I asked her to take it out because I wanted to know what was it. Opened it up. And it is a Spanish 8 reals silver coin. So it's got this really cool story about the real and where it came from and why they're considering it the first American or U.S. silver dollar traded. But essentially, this was Spanish silver. These were minted in Mexico. You can see the Mexico City M mint mark right here with an 8R next to it somewhere. That's the 8 reals. They were minted in Mexico City, and they were first, Thomas Jefferson wanted everybody to use these and merchants to use them as the first silver dollar, and it replaced some other form of coin, but it wasn't a silver dollar. So this was in 1809, was this particular year and variety. They changed the bust on several of them, but you'll notice all these counter stamps in there. They're on the front and the back, but you'll see all these different unique counterstamps. Those are chop marks. And merchants back then, to verify that it was real silver and not a counterfeit, they would make a chop mark with their own, you know, kind of stamp. So as it traveled around the world, or the country, I guess, merchants would know, oh, I recognize that stamp. That's so-and-so over on the East Coast. And then, okay, he must have said this was real, so we're good to go. So it's just a way to kind of show that it was, you know, real monies. So honestly, in my opinion, the more chop marks, the better. It just shows, it just tells the story, you know, to go from one port to the next port to the next port, or whatever, from one merchant to the other back in the 1800s. I just think that's awesome. So I was really happy to snag that. I'm going to be putting it on the website, on the shop, for $75, I believe. Let me see. Let me just double check my notes here. $75, yeah, 1809, 8 reals. So, you know, to get the full 8, and they would call them piece of 8. And whenever they would cut them, if they ever needed something less than $1, they would call those bits. But you would see quarter reals, half reals, all these other things. And they had smaller, you know, size reals, but not everybody carried those. If they only had an 8 real and they needed to spend a quarter of it, they would literally cut it. So you will find these little quarter sections out when you're metal detecting, things like that. Or people will find them, whatever. But to get the whole 8 reals is really cool. So $75. Let's see. Next up. Thought this was another pretty cool little antique shop find. It's just a 1919 MERK dime in G4 condition. Nothing special other than, watch closely when I flip it. See how it's nice facing straight up and down? Got a pretty well rotated die. I'm going to say it's about 25%, 25 degrees. Now this is somewhat common for MERK dimes, I know that, but I just thought this one had enough on there that it was pretty unique, and it was a good early year. So I grabbed it. So 1919 mint error rotated die MERK dime. I'm going to start that one at $15. $15 for that rotated die MERK dime. All right, from my old collection that I've been trying to go through, I've got a few more world currency notes that I've got to get rid of. So see if anybody has any interest. If not, they'll be up there. Maybe you know somebody. But this first set is a set of 8 notes. They all come in their own individual sleeves, okay? They're just world currency notes, okay? They come from Bolivia. We got Spain. Another España here. Here's Venezuela. Brazil. Vietnam. Another Vietnam. These are called dong. You got 500 dong right there, if anybody's interested in 500 dong. 100 dong. India. And this is the really, really pretty one. I really, really like this one. This was from China. So I'll show you the reverses as well. And you guys can look these all up. I didn't put on the website the value or anything like that because it's kind of hard to tell. This is if you collect pretty unique dollars or currency notes from other countries, then this is a good little lot. Now every one of these is in really good shape. That's what I liked about it. Only a couple of them have some light creasing in them. The vast majority of them are crisp, uncirculated. Really, really, really nice. Run through all these. So again, I have no idea what the current value of this is or the exchange rate or anything like that. This is just strictly for collecting purposes. And so, you know, honestly, I didn't even know where to put this. So I'm going to start the auction, I believe, at $20 is what I put on here. Yeah, world notes 8, $20. Okay. And this next lot are German 1919 Reichmarks, 50 marks, which is 50 marks. They're all the same. Okay, there's 10 of them. Really big bill, so I had to get creative and double it up with large bill holders and small bill holders, and I put one on top so it's fully encased, right? So they're all definitely well circulated. Some of them do have some rips in there from just heavy creasing. They're not brittle, but they're definitely worn and thin. You know, I did look at these and they go pretty easily for $8 to $10 a piece all day long. I just want to get rid of them, so I put them all as one lot. There's, like I said, 10 of them here, and I'm going to start it at $40. So $4 a piece, about half price. All right. And then that is going to conclude all of the new stuff. So I'll just go really quick for you guys that are typically watching this weekly. I've already seen these, but I just let you know they did not sell over the last week or two, and the price has been lowered on all of them essentially. So first up is a 1932D Washington quarter. Key date. NGC graded G6. Okay. That one is typically about $100 is the retail value on it. Retail value, I'm going at 55 bucks for that one, okay? Up next, one of my mini slabbed Benjis. If you notice, I had quite a few of them because I think they're just really pretty. So this is a PCGS MS64 full bell lines, and it's the DDR FS801. It's about $140 coin retail. Sorry, I just nailed the camera there. I'm gonna have it drop to 95 bucks. 95 bucks for an MS64 full bell lines in a PCGS slab with a really good DDR variety. So you can see the pictures on the website or on the shop of the double die reverse error that's actually there. Really, really well. Yeah, hey. Sorry, guys. Okay, up next we got a silver proof set, 1995. Not even going to open it up. Okay, sure, fine. Fine, I'll open it up because this one's easy. Everything's there. These are 90% silver on your dime, quarter, and half dollar. I'll try to raise this up just in case my dogs go bananas again. Those are about $60, $62 retail right now, and I'm going to have it listed at 35 bucks for that. Easy money. Easy silver. Up next, I've got the Statehood quarter book. One remaining book left. I had 3 of these. 2 of them sold. I've got 1 left. I'm just selling this pretty much for its quarter value, essentially, in the book, but people don't want it for whatever reason, so I'm going to keep it at the same price of 15 bucks because that's less than break even for me, but that's kind of the value of it, or a little bit less, you know. So it's got all of the Statehood quarters except for the hard to get 2009s. You can see there's a spot for the 2009s not there. But you got $12.50 and just quarter value if you popped them all out and just went and bought a bunch of Cokes with them. And the books are, you know, around 4 or 5 bucks a piece, I think. So it's over $15 for sure. So that'll be 15 bucks. All right, up next was my quarter type set. If you remember this, and the main reason why I even got this out of the antique shop was for that cat bust quarter in the very top corner right here. Because the mintage on that was like 156,000. That's it, 156,000. So even in a almost good to good condition like that, it's over $100 coin. Just that one alone. And I'm only selling it for 95 bucks. So total value is about 170 if you put them all together. Over 100 right here, and then it just kind of goes down from there. But you got some really good, nice old silver and a good little type set for less than 100 bucks, including a super key date. All right. I think that's a great deal. Up next, you got 2 left, guys. We got another one of my slab Benjis. This is the ever so popular Bugs Bunny die chip on the obverse, where on his top lip there's a nice die chip that gives him a buck tooth. MS65 graded ANACS. These go for about, what is it, 180 bucks is what the retail is, 180, and I've got it all the way down to 75 bucks because I got a few of these, so I'm trying to get them out quick. So $75 on that. And then last but not least is a good old Morgan dollar. So this one had some nice toning on it. It's got a little bit of schmutz and dirt on there, but it's also got some good toning on the rim, obverse and reverse, right here. I'm gonna put it in a low mint state grade just because its details are really nice. And it does have a full mint luster in there. It just got some dirtiness to it. It's a 1903, because I didn't say that, 1903. So the value on those are anywhere from like $50, $60, just depending. I'm going to have it listed, I believe, this is the last one I forgot to check. I'm sorry, it's a little bit higher. I'm listing it down to $50. I think I had it at 60 before, so I dropped it to 50. So that'll be 50 bucks. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. For those of you that aren't aware, I've talked to a few of you guys, but a few more of you probably don't know this, but next week I'm acquiring a really nice collection of stuff. It's got some really cool things in it. So over the next several weeks, probably break it up into at least 3 or 4 weeks worth, depending on how it sells. I'll be listing a bunch of new stuff, kind of a really good variety, but it's got a lot of good silver in it. A lot of silver, a lot of old stuff. There's too much to list. Some really cool stuff though. So I'm really excited about that. I'm picking it up on Tuesday, assuming everything goes well with my final. This guy's about 2 hours away. So I bought from them before for my personal collection. I got some old cap bust dimes and half dimes from them, and they turned out to be a good deal on my behalf. So he's ready to get rid of his whole collection, and so he reached out to me, and I told him, I'm interested. So we've been negotiating for about a week now. And I'm going to go drive over to him on Tuesday, take a final look at it, make sure I feel good about the stuff that's the kind of the priciest in it. That's kind of going to make or break whether or not I can turn the stuff around and give it to you guys for a good deal. So fingers crossed we get that, and then next week we'll have all sorts of new goodies. So till then, guys, I appreciate it. If you're new, again, subscribe, like, thumbs up, follow, comment, do all the great stuff that we need you to do to keep this going. But most of all, have fun, good luck, and happy betting. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.